Hello EV Nation. This January I headed back to my hometown Bratislava, Slovakia, right in the heart of the European Union on a mission to find out what Chinese electric vehicles are actually offered here. I was excited to judge the hype for myself, but at the same time I knew that the trip would have a bitter taste. Coming back to Canada meant returning to a market that still feels like Cinderella waiting for a kiss from a brave prince. But what happened next, I definitely didn't see coming.
China's strengths in electric vehicle sector are undeniable. China produces some of the most affordable and efficient energy efficient vehicles in the world. And in order for Canada to build our own competitive EV sector, we need to learn from innovative partners, access their supply chains, and increase local demand. And to help deliver the full potential of these partnerships and bring down costs for Canadians, Canada has agreed to allow up to 49,000 Chinese electric vehicles into the Canadian market.
My heart started pounding. This was not about what I missed anymore, it was about what was coming next. The brave prince was finally allowed to set out on his journey. And right now, as vehicles are being loaded onto ships, I offer you a glimpse on what can we expect once they reach Canadian soil. Take a look at the results of my mission spread over several episodes. I hope you will feel the same thrill I did during production of this material. Have fun!
Vítajte v BYD.
Hi EV Nation. I'm here at Auto Impex, a local dealer of multiple brands. One of them, the one that I'm really interested in, and that's obviously BYD. And here with me is Richard,
Hi, good to see
the sales specialist and I would say the BYD guru here at the dealership. And I would like to ask him some questions, and I would like to get them firsthand because he knows a lot and I would like to learn a lot, and hopefully you guys will learn something as well. So Richard, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Hello, welcome.
What I wanted to, actually, my folk is called EV Nation, so just to let you know.
EV Nation, crazy, great.
So may I ask you, before we approach every vehicle individually, may I please ask you if you could tell me some specific, some parameters that are specific for the individual vehicles? What makes it unique, and what is the competitive advantage of the whole product line?
So first of all, if we are talking about the BYD as the product, the BYD is the number one in the sales worldwide in the new energy vehicles. It means plug-in hybrid and electric vehicles. At the moment we have here 7 models. A couple of them is plug-in hybrid, but we will mainly talk about the electric ones. The biggest advantage against competition in a BYD is first of all the battery.
Okay.
Yeah, the battery is the main thing. Everybody is talking about the battery, about the lifetime of the battery, how is the battery working, how many kilometers we can drive, and on the fully charged, how many kilometers we can actually do. It depends of the year, depends of the driving, and in daily usage. So BYD is using specific BYD Blade battery.
Okay.
This battery is a little bit different from mostly used Li-ion batteries because it's not using 2 most toxic things in the battery. One is the cobalt, the other one is mangan.
Okay.
So from the sustainability of the battery and the lifetime, and I can say the service of the battery, we are the number one. Okay. The BYD is only brand that is using BYD Blade battery.
Okay.
Other brands can use the LFP, which is the short name of the batteries.
It's the
chemistry
of the battery.
Chemistry of the battery,
okay.
Exactly. So it's iron phosphate
okay.
Battery. but the BYD is the only one who is using the blade battery.
Okay.
So if we see as the battery as the compact, let's say the package, which is directly put it in the into the car.
Okay.
So the technology behind that is cell to body. So the battery as the cell
Becomes
package
like the part of the complete package, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So the torque, which is inside the vehicle,
Yes.
is really strong.
Okay.
So 87% of the car is from the hardener steel.
Okay.
For example, in this model,
Okay.
BYD Sea Lion, which is behind me, and it's using 800 volt the battery package.
Okay.
So there are two, let's say with the model behind me, Sea Lion 7, there are two different types of the batteries. So we are using 82.5 kilowatt battery, which is the smaller one, and the top version, which is behind me, the Model Excellence, is using 91.3 kilowatts of use. So this battery have really big specific, is safe.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Probably the safety was one of the most
Is the
important parameters.
most important thing.
Yeah.
So is the safety of these batteries here. So everybody is afraid what can happen to me if somebody crashes.
Fire, stuff like that. Yep.
This battery, of course, it can catch the fire, but the temperature we need to get
To trigger yeah.
is over 600 degrees Celsius degrees.
Yes.
Celsius degrees.
Yes.
So if somewhere is 600 degrees, I don't want to be there. So from the safetiness, it is really nice. From the economy, it's really good because we can open the battery pack and we can see the battery. There are actually 200 the battery cells, so we can individually
remove
change
them and
replace them.
Okay.
So from the lifespan of the battery, we are talking, first of all, the new battery can take over 6,000 chargings from 0 to 100.
So full charge.
Full charge.
Okay.
So that's one cycle, battery cycle. So we can use 6,000.
So we don't talk about the range that I typically hear, like from 20 to 80, in order to preserve lifespan, etc. Right? We talk about 100%.
100%.
Okay.
And the big difference between lithium-ion batteries and LFP batteries is that this battery want to have the 100%. Because of the voltage in the battery is always the same one. It doesn't matter if the battery have 3% or 95% battery, the voltage is the same. That's the big difference between lithium batteries and LFP batteries, and also the charging process behind that. Because here we can charge the 230 kilowatts with the model behind me, but it's not really important how fast, what is the main peak, but what is the range peak of the charging.
Okay.
So it can start on 230 kilowatts, then it drop down to around 180, then to around 150, 130. And if you are somewhere on the 80%, which on the highway, if we are traveling long distances, it's around 3-hour drive, then you will stop for the 15-minute break.
Yes.
And in this 15 minutes, you can charge again 250 kilometers, which is again minimum 2 hours of drive.
Okay.
And then you are already 5 hours in the car, so you need to have a little bit longer break, which is around 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, you are already almost on the 100.
So let me understand you. When we talk about traditional lithium-ion batteries, we talk about the charging curve that has certain characteristics and certain parameters, right?
Parameters, yeah.
Whereas where we talk pretty much about some sort of like ranges, like steps that are okay.
Yeah. So here in the LFP batteries, the charging is more flat. So it's not really about the charging speed; it's about the speed of charging in certain time.
Okay.
Which is pretty high in 800 volt charging and 800 volt batteries, which are used by the BYD here. So that's the main difference. And the safetiness, the toughness of the skeleton of the car.
Okay.
And other safety.
So the rigidness of the car, how rigid it is, right? So it's really part of the whole structure.
You will see and you will feel it by yourself when we go to the test drive, that the feel in the car is like that the whole car is really strong.
Yes,
and
so
everything
rigid.
is rigid. Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly together.
So, my understanding is that is this the most important characteristic as a competitive advantage?
Of course.
This is it, right?
One of them. One
Okay,
of them.
So
because
what are the other ones?
if we can see the car, we will check the car from the inside, from the outside. The design is the first thing.
Okay.
So the design of the car is really like catchy for the eye.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it looks really nice. The other thing is what we need to understand behind the BYD as the brand, that BYD is trying to create the car by own. So, for example, in the model behind me, there are only 5 things that are bought to complete the car as it is.
Like outside of the company,
Exactly.
right?
So the BYD is mostly the technological brand.
Yes.
It started as with the solar panels and the battery cells and the packages, but at the moment is not only that.
Okay.
One of the things with what BYD is doing is the BYD Auto.
Okay.
And then we see the result behind us. And this is really nice that the BYD is trying to use electric vehicles on the all kind of parts and in the process. So during the process, for example, if we are making the battery, we need to first of all dig the iron.
Yes. Yes.
And from the soil, yeah,
Yes.
and to create the battery itself.
Yes.
This is done with the electric vehicles. So everything in the all steps of the creating, let's say, the car or the battery or the chip, what is
Yes.
inside, is
In-house.
green and in-house.
In-house,
Exactly.
right?
And
Yes.
this is the
So my understanding is that only 5 components that you mentioned are supplied by OEMs,
Yes.
like third parties, but pretty much everything is in
everything is
control
done
of
the BYD.
Of the BYD.
Of the BYD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is really nice thing to have and to understand the whole process behind the company itself. So the 5 components which are really we can manage to change it.
It's negligible.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
eventually it may end up in hands of BYD down the road as well, right?
Yeah.
Technically. So.
Technically, exactly.
Yeah. What I liked, if you can tell me something about it, I really like the visual language of BYD. My understanding is that this is one of the strong parameters of the brand
course.
as well, right?
Yes, of course. So BYD at the moment is using 2 visual parameters. One is the Ocean series.
Yes.
The other one is the, let's say, for the model BYD Atto, is more traditional
Okay.
and is legacy.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
So the model which is behind us is from the Ocean series. The name of the series is Ocean X,
Okay.
which I will show you
Okay.
in the front of the car and then in the back of the car. So everything, also the colors of the car and the visuality and little small things which I will show you are connected to the ocean. To the ocean and to
Even the
battery.
name, the brand, right? Ocean.
Ocean.
Sea Lion.
Sea Lion,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. We have model Seal, we have
Yes.
model Dolphin,
Yes.
or Dolphin Surf. So everything is a little bit connected to the Ocean series.
Yes.
And then we have the Dynasty series,
Okay.
which is, for example, model Atto, because
Okay.
Atto one of the dynasties in China. back-
Was Atto Dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Very
We have
interesting.
the Han, which is, for example, in Germany.
Okay.
They are selling the car in Germany, so
Okay.
it's a limousine car. Then in Slovakia, we already have the Atto 2 model. We are waiting for Atto 3 Evo, which will be sold in a couple of months.
Okay.
And that's also on the brand new. That's also on the brand new model.
My understanding
Yeah.
is the chief styling designer at the moment is a German guy, right?
Yeah, he's a German guy
So-
with the Italian school behind.
Yes,
So
which is visible.
Which is visible.
And you can see that the styling really and the visual language is there.
Yeah.
It's a very attractive.
So
it's a
Mr.
very
Egger,
attractive.
Mr. Egger is main designer behind the Ocean series,
Okay.
and then we can see the little individual parts which came. For example, he was the main designer behind the Alfa Romeo.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't
yes.
know that.
Yes, so before that, so we can see the couple of parts and the European design, which is really catchy and we really like.
You know, one of the things that caught my attention is the usability.
Of course.
And I noticed that BYD is going traditional way, in a way not just relying on the screen and touch. I see there is inclination to the physical buttons, to the traditional layout of the dashboard. So what about that?
We see the BYD as a car, not only as for a lot of people, they are missing the physical buttons.
Yeah.
Then there is maybe we can talk about the disadvantage in the using experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the BYD is trying to still use the main thing, what need to be, or some kind of buttons that we like to have somewhere on the place. It's mostly about the situation we don't want to be in.
Absolutely.
So
critical situations, and when you need to respond quickly.
Exactly. So it's much easier to push the button than to find something on the screen.
Absolutely.
Even the screen, I will show you a couple of the main things which are really nice to use.
Yeah.
And of course, you can still use the voice assistant,
Okay.
which is in the car,
Yes.
which is on really high level at the moment. And we are awaiting, for example, the translation into Slovakia, which will come in a couple of months here. So.
But I noticed that already the infotainment is already
example,
translated and available in the local language, right?
In the local languages, and I think there is almost 40 languages that is translated to. So it's not only in English, it's not, let's say, only Chinese, but every local language is, for example, in Europe.
The reason why I'm pleasantly surprised is that, you know, because when they sell scale of the market, but yet even though this is the smaller market, they invest into this, which I consider very, very important approach. To the client, that yes, we want you to be our guest, and we want to use your language.
Yeah, use the language, and this is really nice from them. Then even the Slovak market. So we are in the Auto Impex, which is in the Bratislava, which is capital city. Yes, but the Slovakia as the country have 5.5 million people living here.
Yes,
couple of them elders, children, and so on. So maybe 2 million people can afford to have a car and to use with a car. So for the 2 million people, we are using, we have the infotainment in the local language, and we also awaiting the voice language.
Yes.
So it's going really high, really fast, and the implementation of the small things with the BYD as the brand is really responsible for what people want.
So the speed of the implementation, what comes as a request from the customer, is implemented very quickly, right?
Very quickly. All the cars are using the OTA, so over the air updates. Yes. So even it happened to me that I wrote into BYD, can you please check this and this? Because from as the user experience,
from the feedback,
of me as the salesperson.
Yes, even you as a salesperson, okay.
They responded within a week with the update.
With the update?
With the update.
Not just respond,
with the update.
Respond that is already implemented.
Which is already implemented, and it was the safety thing.
Oh, that's important.
That's really important for a couple of people. For example, we have winter weather at the moment, so the winter.
I brought it from Canada, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. We doesn't have a snow here, but it's really foggy at the moment. And the main thing, for example, with the European brands is that if we have the daylight is only used in the front lights.
Yes.
So on most of the European car, if it's not nice, if it's like the weather is not really nice, the rear lights are not on. Okay. So for the safety feature, it's really good to be visible.
Absolutely.
So I wrote to BYD, hey guys, the weather is changing. The mornings are really shadowy. Can you please implement this and this?
Yes.
I wrote them on the Thursday, and on the Tuesday there was a new update.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that illustrates the speed that I think the Chinese economy and industries works.
Of course.
Because it's pretty much tremendous,
And
right?
we can start talking about how many engineers are
I think
only-
that's very interesting. Yeah, please tell.
So the
you told me
BYD,
about it. That's
yeah.
a very interesting information.
So in
And
the
compare it to
comparative.
compare it. Please
Of
compare
course.
it with Germans, just because I believe this is very
So,
interesting.
For example,
for our
Volkswagen,
viewers. Yes.
which is one of the biggest brand in the Europe,
Yes.
is the not only the design center but the whole engineers
Yes.
which are responsible for the car industry in the whole Volkswagen group. There are around 7,000 people.
7,000.
Yeah. In the BYD is 125,000 people.
Unbelievable.
So we can talk about the size of the market in Europe or the worldwide,
Yes.
and we can talk about the size of the market in China.
Yes.
So the 7,000 people is working only in the design center.
That's unbelievable.
So every day there is a 60 new patents for
Daily.
daily. In the
Okay.
BYD is coming
Okay.
out for the world. So to make the car, which is the process behind making the new car in the Europe, is somewhere between 5 to 7 years. The BYD is somewhere in 9 months.
Like a completely
New car, new
car.
model. I will show you one car which in September 2024 was only on the paper. As the small, we need touring car.
Yes.
We need plug-in hybrid touring car. And the next year, June 2025, the car was here.
Car was available, introduced, and ready.
Introduced and ready and made.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So the speed behind everything in the BYD is excellent. And it's not only about the speed of how they are producing the car, but you need to also have the system. So we in the Auto Impex here in Bratislava, we are the first center which was checked by the BYD. So
Okay.
we are allowed to service the cars in Slovakia.
Okay.
And we are the only dealer in Slovakia who is allowed to replace the battery,
Okay.
open the battery,
Okay.
and change the cells.
Okay.
And we are doing this already 10 years, over 10 years, because the first cars that were in Slovakia were Nissan, which is our other brand that we are selling with the Nissan Leaf,
Yes.
the first generation. And so we are the only dealer in
Authorized.
Slovakia authorized.
And my understanding is after discussion I had with you, the way how the battery is designed,
Yes.
it allows you to do the repair really in an economic way, in an
way,
affordable
exactly.
way, and in a quick way.
Fast, quick way,
Yes.
yes. Yeah. So the battery pack is from, let's say, 200 cells,
Yes.
which are independent. So you can take out the cell which is, let's say, broken,
Yes.
or which was the damage,
Yes.
and replace it pretty fast. Let's
Okay.
say pretty fast. Yeah, there
Okay.
is a process behind it, but we are
So
authorized to do
everything
this.
from in terms of that process, you are authorized. So doing the actual repair, then
Exactly.
balancing, conditioning the battery, making sure that everything is okay,
this
right?
is the thing. So and the condition of the battery. This is the main. This is the main thing. Why we are trying to introduce the LFP battery and BID blade battery to most of the people, because everybody is talking about the degradation of the battery.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I will buy the car today and then in 2 years from my range, what I
Yes.
can drive today will be 100 kilometer down, and I pay, let's say, a couple of $10,000, euros, doesn't
Yes.
matter. Then what is the main value of the car?
Yes.
So the main value of the electric car is in the battery
In the battery.
and in the software, which is in the car implemented. So if we are talking about the regular lithium-ion batteries, then we are somewhere about 2,000 charging cycles.
Cycles. Okay.
Yeah, which is 0 to 100%. With the BYD blade batteries, we are somewhere around 6,000.
And could you please convert it to the kilometers, because that was very impressive.
So VLTP, so the European range, which is on the BYD Sea Lion 7, is 502 kilometers.
Okay.
Which is 0 to 100%.
Okay.
So 6,000 times 500 kilometers is around 3 million kilometers, which is the lifespan of the battery.
Compared to traditional?
Compared to traditional, when we are 2,000 charging cycles, and let's say, the difference is that we can use the whole 100%.
Yes.
Li-ion batteries are recommended.
There is the suggested range, right?
Yes, suggested range and suggested use of the battery, which is between 20 to 80%.
Yes.
So if there is a car which have VLTP 500 kilometer, you need to put down 20% from the top, 20% from the bottom,
so you
and then you have
60% that's usable.
That's 300 kilometers.
Yes.
Of course, you have whole 2,000 cycles, so you are somewhere around 1 million kilometer, which is, compared to 3 million kilometers, is a really big difference. And the degradation of the battery in the Li-ion batteries is, in the 2 years, is around 6 to 7%. With the LFP batteries, is somewhere between 1.2%. So the process behind the shortage of the life of the battery cells is really long, and I want to say that you can use this battery for next 35 years.
Yes.
Which is the lifespan of the traditional petrol cars.
So I think that even that, the battery will still be the winner in terms of lifetime, and the car will be probably gone and the battery will be still okay.
Exactly. For example, if you will damage your car, somebody will crash into you.
Yes.
The battery is the main part of the car.
Yes.
So it is really normal that the LFP battery you will take out from the car, and you will put the battery, which was in the damaged car, into new chassis.
Yes.
It's really normal, and with this battery, as it is safe, you can do it anytime. So this is also the thing. It's not only about the outside of the car, but also of the usage of the battery and how I can reuse the battery.
And before we go to see the individual models, I also noticed that the manufacturing quality is really high. There is, there is no doubt, that you can say that this is still in progress, or this is not where we want to have it. My impression from the Sea Lion is a really high quality, very well made car in terms of manufacturing, right?
It is. It's using the really high quality materials, and also, for example, the windows are double. There is an acoustic front window.
So like double layer, like type of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And also the steel, which is using this hardened steel, is 87% of the whole body is the hardened steel. It's somewhere, I don't want to say that it's like German cars, because we are still not there yet.
Well, everybody is learning. But let me be, you are probably critical because you are BYD and you want to improve, but my impression is that when I see the stitching, when I see the materials, when I see the leather, whether it's a faux leather or it's a
full
real,
Nappa leather, yes.
It's beautiful. So I didn't really notice anything that, and this sounds sorry like raving, about something, but this is an honest feeling that I have, that you can see that the progress and in the quality is absolutely amazing.
It is. The BYD is, I want to say, because BYD is not only one brand of the cars. We have the Yangwang, we have Fanchibao, we have the Denza, which is like luxurious part, but BYD is mainstream car. The quality, and the most important, not only here but worldwide, is value for the money.
Yes.
What you will get.
Guess that's
universal.
The
most important. Yeah.
Within all cultures.
Exactly.
How? I have so many questions, and that we have so much, time is so limited. Question is, you are a sales associate. How do you think you are successful on the market at the moment? And I also, with that, I also wanted to ask the question: how did you fight the windmills about the issues with EV and the short range and this and that. Like, how did you at the beginning? How did you and where do you see the EV market is going with this like gradual transition?
Of course, I understand. So if we talk about the EVs, the EV car. Mainly here, I will talk about the Slovakia.
Yes, that's what I'm interested in.
Yes, as we are the, let's say, small country in the size of the country.
We have how many? 6 million?
Let's say 5.5
million,
less than 6 million people is living in Slovakia, and most of them have own home. Yeah, so they are mostly people are living in own houses, and the price of the electricity. As we are one of the main producer of the electricity here in Central Europe and the region, so it's really low. Let's say it's really low. So if we are talking about the consumption, that's not only the one thing is the consumption. The second one, the service and the price for the service, because everybody know who have the petrol car that you need to go once in a year or 15,000 kilometers, and the maintenance and the price for the maintenance. So in Slovakia, I would say the 1 kilowatt hour is around 16 to 20 cents, so 0.2 euros. So if you are talking about the range with this car and the value, we are somewhere around 3 euros by the home charging to 100 kilometers. So the full range is 15 euro.
Yes.
For the 15 euro, you can buy, let's say, 8 liters or 9 liters of the gas, which in the most car is for 100 kilometers. So the difference is, so you are paying 5 times less for the same range. And there is a really nice statistic that so most of the people, let's say 95% people in Slovakia is using car daily, and the distance what are they traveling is less than 50 kilometers.
That's pretty much my understanding in US. In Canada, I think they consider 30 kilometers one way, right?
30 kilometers one way, 30 kilometers, exactly.
So it's about 60,
So it's about 50 here, 60 in Canada.
Pretty much.
And if we are talking about that I will come home every day mostly.
Yes. Good for you.
Sorry, mom. Sorry, mom. When I was younger, I didn't came home for the couple of days.
Yes. Those times are over, right?
Over, yes. And I put the card for the charging, and I can charge the car for the full 100%. So it doesn't matter what happened next day, because I always have full tank.
Got it. Yeah.
And
plus, that I noticed that adoption of the solar, solar system here, photovoltaics is very, very high here.
It's very high. So let's say 4 from 10 houses already are using the photovoltaic systems, because we in Slovakia, we can sell the electricity into.
So whatever you produce you can sell it. Supply it
supply to the main connection.
The geographical region is very favorable, because with the Canada we have problem, in the summer is really good, but I would say it's short. It's short.
It's short.
Yeah, but still, how. When I was asking you, what's the statistics now in terms of sales? Where you guys are? Do you eventually plan to go somewhere?
Of course, we want to be in the top 3.
Okay.
There are like the home brands that are on the number 1 spot. I don't know if the Skoda is known in Canada.
You mean domestics, right? Pretty much.
The domestic. So it's from the Volkswagen Group, which is known worldwide, but we have domestic brands. For example, the Skoda, which is the number 1. Then we have couple of cars which are, let's say, made in Central Europe. For example, Hyundai and Kia, which is made in Slovakia, most of the models. So those are like, let's say, on the second place. So the Skoda as the domestic brand is number 1, and we are trying to be somewhere on the number 3. It's pretty hard to do it on the market where we are using still diesel and petrol engines. and the BYD is using only the new energy vehicles,
Yes.
so plug-in hybrid and the
Sustainable,
only-
pretty much sustainable energy.
Exactly.
Yes.
and we are new brand in Slovakia. So we started to sell the cars in April 2025. Till that time, we in our dealership in Auto Impex we sold over 250
Oh, okay.
vehicles. We are really proud for this number because it's not easy to come to some market and compared to numbers which we already have worldwide, that they sold over 2 million cars in
Yeah.
last year, 2.2 million cars. So the difference is pretty high, but we also need to say that in Slovakia the new registrations yearly, and we have the trucks, we have the buses, we have
Yeah.
all kind of vehicles, is around 80,000.
80,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The vehicles, not only
Vehicles.
cars. Yeah, not
Vehicles.
only cars.
Okay.
So from the 80,000 is the domestic brands are, let's say, 40%,
Okay.
and we are trying to be somewhere in there. And the BYD is really helping us with the models that we have,
Okay.
because some of them those are like European models,
Yes.
which
Yes.
are produced only for the Europe and let's say some part of Asia. But the thing is that we can talk with them that we need this kind of car, and in less than a year they will make it
Yes.
happen. Is extreme.
Do you think that awareness in terms of your customers is shifting towards electric vehicles? Do you think that people start to realize the value, or do you think it remains conservative?
I would say that people here are not afraid to buy the Chinese car. They are a little bit maybe afraid of in terms of service, but for example, our dealership is authorized for everything.
Yes.
We have one more in a smaller city,
Okay.
let's say 50 kilometers away from Bratislava in Trnava.
Okay.
So we as the dealer in the western part of the country, we are covered with everything. So that's really nice to have.
But I meant generally.
Yeah, generally.
If you think that if the market
It's
is changing, right?
We are used to have the diesel car.
Yes.
Diesel
I
cars.
think it's generally European.
It's European thing,
matter,
yes,
right?
yes, because people don't want to spend the time on the gas stations.
Yes.
So we are using really big tanks.
Yes.
We put a lot of fuel into the car, and then we can travel long distances. But to change and to accept the thing that I have gas station at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the main thing
Yes.
in the in the electric cars,
Yes.
that most of the owners of the cars are charging the cars at home.
Absolutely, because how many times you need the range? Maybe 2-3 times a
2-3
year
times
when
in
you
a
go for
year.
a trip, with the
Exactly.
family.
With the family.
But 90% of the time you pretty much use the car as a tool for daily life.
For daily life.
Right? Daily driver.
Exactly, and for once, that's my main question. What I'm trying to ask the person who is coming
What's
to
the
buy.
purpose? What's the purpose?
purpose?
Yes.
Who will use
And
the
the
car?
lifestyle, right?
Lifestyle.
Yes.
And how many kilometers are you driving the most?
The most.
Yes.
Yes, the commuting pretty much commuting, because majority of people commute to the
Exactly.
work, to the offices, to the workplace.
The range 50 kilometers
Yes.
here in Slovakia.
Yeah.
So I would like to say, there is a thing. Everybody who is doing 350 kilometers a day can have electric car. It doesn't matter in what part of the day. If you are daily using the car and your range is 350 kilometers, then you can own electric car
without any problems,
without any
obstacles.
Yes. Without the stopping for the extra charging somewhere on the highway, because the coverage of the car can do that.
handle
Also
it.
on the highway speed, or above the highway speed.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry. And this is the thing. This is the main thing. So the people need to understand first that they can have it at home. And I have many clients that I sold them, for example, the plug-in hybrid. And after a month, they came to me that they would like to take it back and they would switch
to electric, right?
Pure electric.
Yeah.
Because they understood, for example, our plug-in cars can drive over 100 kilometers for the
battery only.
Exactly.
Electric mode. Okay.
Exactly, and they will charge the 100 kilometer without any doubt at home every day.
Yes.
So they are mostly using only the electric part of the hybrid system, plug-in hybrid system on the DMI. And they came to me like, I would like to switch it for the fuel electric. Or they are already telling me that my next car within 2 years will be only fully electric. We have also a couple of skeptical people. What you will do if the charger is full and so on. But the charging speed and the time that you are spending on the charging is so low.
Yeah.
And in these times when the world is moving, in my point of view,
everything is changing.
really
Everything
fast.
is changing. Yeah, it's a busy lifestyle.
It's quick lifestyle.
Yes.
For the many business owners, I sold the car. They called me like, "Hey Richard, you helped me because now I have time for myself.
Yes.
I can go to the restroom.
Yes.
I can eat properly because I need to stop for the 15 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, and I have time for me, myself.
I argue always that if you are, for example, with the family, or if you are doing the longer trips, you are on the vacation, you are going somewhere, it's a road trip. You are going to spend 20-25 minutes at the station, having a little bit of something to eat, stuff like that, and you're pretty much going to the washroom. You still need that 20-25 minutes.
Exactly.
And this is the time when you provided that there is infrastructure, that there is not like 2 chargers, but there is let's say whatever is necessary. You should be able to achieve the same thing, right?
So, in terms of the infrastructure, in Slovakia, I think there is over 8,000 chargers.
Okay.
And we have around 25,000 pure electric cars.
At the moment, right?
At the moment, yes,
okay.
yes. The data,
roughly, probably
roughly,
1 year old. Yes.
Maybe, yes. So it can be over 30,000. But if we put it into terms of the time, that if all the cars are going for the charging at the same time, then it's 3 cars for 1 charger.
Okay.
And the charging speed at the moment and the charging time is 15 minutes.
Okay.
So these 3 cars will be fully charged, or not fully charged, but
appropriately charged.
Charged.
Yes.
In what it is less than an hour.
Yes.
So if all the cars are going on the same time, then okay, you will wait there 45 minutes, but you will be charged to go.
Is this going to happen?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Exactly.
The infrastructure is always growing. In the Slovakia as well, mainly the highway chargers, which has the fast charging.
Yes.
And as we are talking right now about 800 volt infrastructure in the battery and in the charging. The BYD is already using 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can charge 1 megawatt, so 1,000 watt charging.
Yes.
Which is the range from 10 to 80 is 5 minutes. So it's 1 second, 1 kilometer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the future. The future is not about that I will need to have the biggest battery. The future is about the speed of the charging.
Yes.
That I need to spend just a couple of minutes to charge my range to go somewhere else.
Yes.
Where I mostly can charge.
Absolutely.
Because the car is standing from the day, nobody is, okay, if you are the taxi driver or so, but the regular person is sleeping 8 hours a day or spending 8 hours at home. Every car which is here, even with the biggest battery, can be fully charged in 8 hours.
I think this is just my personal view that what is happening with the battery and the car is the same what was happening in the digital camera world. Chasing of the megapixels ended. You know, we learned that going to the higher numbers is not
It's
really
not
necessary
really
because it's no benefit. And, you know, we focus now on the whatever is related, like
Of course.
quality, functionality and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
anyway, Richard, thank you so much. I think I will have to fly here again just to do a
I
couple
would
of...
love to see you again.
Thank you so much. And let's approach the individual models.
Individual
and if
models.
you could let me know about each of them, what is there and what is interesting. So thank you for the time being. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.